Imagine this situation. A learner hears the expression fit as a fiddle and becomes curious about the instrument behind the idiom. The violin shows why balance matters. Strings that are too loose or too tight do not produce the intended sound, and careful adjustment creates a clear tone. Today we are going to examine a violin closely and learn how to describe it in clear, natural American English. The goal is not only to name the object. The goal is to explain what it looks like, what it feels like, how the important parts work, how the hands interact with it, and how to describe the complete actions safely from beginning to end. A violin is used for making music by drawing a bow across 4 tuned strings. It is curved and hollow with a narrow neck and a scroll at the top. It is made from a delicate wooden body with metal or synthetic strings, fittings, and a separate bow. Its visible appearance usually includes a polished body, 2 sound holes, a bridge, fingerboard, 4 strings, tuning pegs, tailpiece, chin rest, and bow. In the hand or during use, it may feel smooth, light, delicate, and firm. The strings feel thin and tense while the bow hair feels fine. Notice the difference between describing a fact and describing a sensation. You can say it is made of a particular material. That identifies what the object is. You can say it feels smooth, firm, cool, or slightly rough. That explains the physical experience of touching or handling it. You can also compare expectation and reality. It feels lighter than it looks, or it feels sturdier than I expected. A basic description names the object. A clearer description adds its purpose. A detailed description adds shape, material, texture, and one visible feature. For example, a basic sentence is, "This is a violin." A better sentence is, "This is a violin used for making music by drawing a bow across 4 tuned strings." A more detailed version is, "This violin is curved and hollow with a narrow neck and a scroll at the top. It has a polished body, 2 sound holes, a bridge, fingerboard, 4 strings, tuning pegs, tailpiece, chin rest, and bow." The detailed version gives the listener a picture without using unnecessarily difficult language. Now let us name the important parts naturally. The main parts include body, neck, fingerboard, strings, bridge, tuning pegs, tailpiece, chin rest, bow, and bow hair. Do not simply memorize the labels. Connect each part to its position and function. Ask yourself, where is it? What does it look like? What does it do? Which part does the hand touch? This turns passive vocabulary into usable speaking language. Precise verbs make the explanation much clearer. Tune means adjust the strings to the correct pitch. Tighten means make something more tense or secure. Loosen means make it less tight. Draw the bow means move the bow smoothly across the strings. Press means apply controlled force with a finger. Pluck means pull and release a string with a finger. Store means put away safely for later use. Similar verbs are not always interchangeable. A general verb may communicate the idea, but the precise verb shows the direction, force, and purpose of the movement. Instead of saying, "I do something to it," describe the actual action and the result. Here is the physical sequence. First, open the case on a stable surface. Next, lift the violin carefully by the neck and body. Then place the chin rest under the jaw. After that, support the neck with the left hand. At this point, hold the bow with relaxed fingers. While doing this, draw the bow across 1 string. Once that is complete, press a string against the fingerboard. Finally, return the instrument to its case after playing. This sequence uses cause and effect naturally. You hold one part steady because that prevents slipping. You line parts up so they move correctly. You use gentle pressure first, otherwise you may damage the object or lose control. Once the action is complete, you check that the object is secure and return it to a safe position. Hand position language is especially useful. You can say, place your thumb on the surface. Wrap your fingers around the safe part. Support the base, keep it upright. Hold it steady with one hand while the other hand moves the smaller part. Move it toward you, push it away from you, apply a little pressure, line it up before you continue. These chunks sound natural because they explain both position and movement. Safety is part of a complete description. A violin is delicate. Do not hold it by the strings or bridge, and do not over-tighten the bow. Keep it away from heat, moisture, and unstable surfaces. Return it to the case when it is not being played. A strong English explanation does not only tell someone what to do, it also explains why. Use phrases such as, "This prevents damage." That way it will not slip. Keep your fingers away from the unsafe part. Do not force it if it feels stuck. Make sure it is secure before you continue. Let us upgrade the language step by step. A simple version is, "I use it." A clearer version is, "I hold it and move the correct part." A stronger version is, "I hold the main body steady with one hand and use the other hand to control the moving part." A detailed version adds direction and result. "I line it up carefully, apply gentle pressure, and continue until it moves into the correct position." This is the kind of development that helps with PET and FCE speaking because it combines accuracy, sequence, and detail. Natural spoken English also uses short cause-and-effect chunks. I keep it steady because I do not want it to slip. I move slowly so I can stay in control. I check the position before I continue. Once it is secure, I finish the action. While I am using it, I watch the moving parts. After I finish, I put it back in place. These connectors make the description sound organized rather than like a disconnected list. Common mistakes usually come from choosing a verb that is too general, using too much force in the description, or skipping the final safety step. Avoid saying only "I open it," "I do it," or "I put it there" when a more precise action is available. Also avoid adding details that you cannot actually observe. When the design may vary, say, depending on the version, or describe only the parts you can see. Here is one complete real-life model. I open the violin case on a stable table and lift the instrument carefully with both hands. The polished wooden body feels smooth and light. 4 thin strings run from the tailpiece across the bridge and along the fingerboard to the tuning pegs. I place the chin rest under my jaw, support the neck with my left hand, and hold the bow with relaxed fingers. Then I draw the bow slowly across one string. If the pitch is not correct, a trained player tunes the string carefully without making it excessively tight. After playing, I loosen the bow slightly and return both the violin and bow to the case. Now listen to a short action sequence. I remove a delicate curved instrument from a case, support its narrow neck, place one part under my jaw, move a separate stick smoothly across thin tense lines, and then store everything safely. The actions are lift, support, position, draw the bow, and store. The value of this challenge is that the verbs create a mental picture. When you hear the direction, the hand position, and the result, you can identify the object and the action even before the object is named. The next time you describe this object, begin with its purpose, move to shape and material, name the main parts, explain the action in sequence, and finish with one safety point. Use precise verbs, natural chunks, and clear cause and effect. That approach will make your English more accurate, more visual, and much easier for another person to follow.